Hello everyone, it's us, the team at TV Days Drama Digest, back once again with a comprehensive, heart-pounding update from the world of Days of Our Lives. Today, we're diving into every dramatic twist and emotional revelation that unfolded on April 8th, and trust us, this episode was packed with secrets, confrontations, and cliffhangers that you won't want to miss. If you didn't catch today's episode, be sure to watch our video as we break down every detail. Now, let's get right into the drama that has Salem buzzing. A hidden sanctuary and the weight of guilt. The day's events began in the quiet corners of the Horton mansion, where an explosive secret had been carefully hidden away. Holly Jonas, ever the empathetic and resourceful caretaker, has been secretly allowing Doug Williams to stay in her room. No one in Salem knew about this clandestine arrangement, and the secret was kept with such care that it almost seemed like an unspoken truce between two lost souls seeking refuge in a town that has long been scarred by betrayal. During a hushed conversation between Holly and Doug, the weight of the past pressed down on them. Doug, with a heavy heart and remorse in his eyes, confessed that he felt an overwhelming guilt for the role he played in the breakup between Tate and Holly. Despite his desire to protect Holly from further harm, Doug's actions had inadvertently contributed to the disintegration of a relationship that once meant the world to her. The tension in that conversation was palpable, as both characters navigated the murky waters of guilt and regret. They knew all too well that the fragile bonds between them and their loved ones could shatter at any moment. Just as the conversation was beginning to reveal its emotional depths, Holly received a startling message. EJ DiMera had been shot. The news hit like a thunderbolt, and Holly's demeanor shifted from quiet concern to urgent action. With little time to spare, she told Doug that she needed to check on her son, Johnny, and instructed him to stay hidden for a while. As she rushed off to attend to the crisis, Doug was left alone, his eyes lingering on a framed photograph of Tate and Holly, an image that brought a bittersweet smile to his face. In that solitary moment, the gravity of their situation was evident. Deep personal secrets and a shattered family were now inextricably linked to the violent fate of EJ. Chaos at the mansion, the unraveling of relationships. The impact of EJ's shooting quickly rippled through the household. Shortly after leaving for breakfast, a brief respite from the chaos, Holly attempted to call her mother in the town square. She left a desperate message explaining that the call was about EJ, underscoring the urgency and emotional turmoil gripping the family. As if this wasn't enough, on her way, Holly encountered Sophia, who revealed that she'd heard about the breakup between Tate and Holly. "Tate feels bad," Sophia confided, explaining that this emotional fallout was the reason he had come over to her house. This revelation left Holly horrified. With the fragile relationship between Tate and Holly already in tatters, the mere hint of another confrontation set the stage for explosive drama. It appears that the fractures within the family are widening. Even though Holly and Tate have officially broken up, the unresolved tensions linger like a dark cloud over their past. Tate's bitterness and unresolved issues with Doug, coupled with the painful fallout from the breakup, have created an environment where emotions are running high. In a scene loaded with potential for physical and verbal confrontation, it seems inevitable that Tate's anger will soon explode. Many viewers fear that Tate might lash out at Doug, accusing him of taking advantage of Holly during her vulnerable moments after the breakup. Yet, in a dramatic twist, the confrontation does not escalate as expected. Instead, the tension simmers, leaving fans to wonder if Holly will soon step in to defend Doug and challenge Tate's accusations. With each passing minute, the relationships between these characters become more fraught, setting up a scenario where loyalties are questioned and old wounds are reopened. The investigation intensifies, JJ, Sean, and the hunt for truth as personal dramas continue to wreak havoc within the DiMera household. Another storyline unfolds with a determined focus on justice. Detective J.J. Devereaux, along with Sean Brady, is hot on the trail of the elusive culprit responsible for shooting EJ. Their investigation is relentless, driven by the need to piece together the scant clues that remain. However, every lead seems to open up more questions, and it quickly becomes apparent that this case will take many unexpected turns. JJ and Sean work tirelessly, reviewing security footage, interviewing potential witnesses, and following every thread of evidence. Yet, despite their best efforts, the trail appears cold. In a poignant moment that speaks to the unpredictable nature of Salem, JJ privately admits his fear that Gabby might be hiding something, or worse, that she might have been involved in the shooting. This suspicion, if proven true, could ignite an explosive conflict between JJ and Gabby, further fracturing the already volatile relationships within the community. While the investigation deepens, the detectives' determination to uncover the truth is unwavering. Their search is a race against time, as every minute that passes increases the stakes. The fact that EJ remains in a coma only heightens the urgency. The true identity of his assailant remains hidden behind a veil of mystery that threatens to upend the delicate balance of power in Salem. A fierce confrontation. Gabby and Kristen face off, adding fuel to the fire is a fierce confrontation between two formidable women, Gabby Hernandez and Kristen DiMera. Both characters have strong motives to see EJ removed from their lives, Gabby for personal reasons and Kristen as a long-standing adversary, still seething over EJ's role in making Rachel disappear. In a heated exchange, the two women begin to blame each other for EJ's shooting, each pointing fingers and launching verbal attacks that cut deeper than any bullet could. The intensity of their confrontation is a reflection of the broader chaos that has engulfed Salem. With every accusation, the tension escalates, and the air crackles with the potential for all-out war. Their clashing personalities and conflicting loyalties serve as a stark reminder that in Salem, alliances are fragile and trust is a luxury few can afford. As Gabby and Kristen trade barbs, viewers are left to wonder if their feud will ultimately distract from the true mystery at hand, or if it will be the catalyst that brings the whole truth to light. Family ties and lingering regrets. Belle's unspoken confession. Meanwhile, on another front of this sprawling drama, Belle Black finds herself caught in the crossfire of her own complex emotions. After learning of the devastating news regarding EJ, Belle retreats into a moment of raw vulnerability. In a quiet, heart-wrenching conversation with Brady, she struggles to come to terms with her lingering feelings for EJ, a love that has haunted her for years, despite the undeniable betrayal and heartbreak. Unable to contain her emotions any longer, Belle makes a startling decision. With trembling resolve, she visits EJ while he is in a coma, confessing her deep, conflicted love for him. This confession is both a cry for forgiveness and an acceptance of the painful truth that the man she once adored is now a symbol of all the sins and betrayals that have plagued the DiMera legacy. Her emotional outpouring is a testament to the enduring power of love, even when that love is tainted by betrayal. It is a moment that leaves viewers teary-eyed and questioning the very nature of redemption and forgiveness in a town as turbulent as Salem. A day of uncertainty and emotional turbulence throughout the day. Every character in Salem feels the weight of EJ's shooting and the ripple effects it causes. At the hospital, Kat remains by Chad's side, offering quiet support as they wait for news from EJ's doctor. Their tender, unspoken bond grows stronger as they face this shared crisis. Meanwhile, as Ava prepares to leave Salem for Hong Kong, dropping her gun in a moment of hurried panic, Kate expresses her deep-seated belief that EJ will eventually regret his actions, hinting at secrets and past transgressions that have long festered in the background. Roman, ever the stoic enforcer of family discipline, methodically returns his gun to the lockbox, a silent act that underscores the order amid chaos. In stark contrast, Johnny's indifference to the news is chilling. When Chad informs him that EJ was shot, Johnny curtly declares he won't go to the hospital, claiming that EJ, got what he deserved. Polina, recalling her own bitter exchanges with EJ, is not surprised at all by the violent turn of events. Each reaction, whether it's shock, indifference, or outright anger, contributes to the mounting tension that threatens to burst forth at any moment. The investigation and the unanswered questions. As the official investigation begins, J.J. Devereaux brings Kristen in for questioning. Kristen's fiery temperament and long-standing grudge against EJ make her an obvious suspect in the eyes of some, but she vehemently denies any involvement, urging the detectives to consider that nearly everyone in Salem harbors a grudge against EJ. With multiple suspects and a labyrinth of motives, the case becomes one of the most complicated mysteries in Salem's recent history. At the same time, discussions among characters like Javi and Leo introduce yet another twist. They begin to speculate whether Gabby or even Rafe might be behind the shooting, an idea that sends shockwaves through the community and deepens the intrigue. The layers of betrayal and suspicion multiply, leaving viewers to wonder if any character in Salem is truly innocent. And then there's Jada, who retreats to the small bar in a desperate bid to numb her emotional pain. After Rafe demanded some time apart following her confession about sleeping with Sean, Jada is left to grapple with loneliness and regret. Amid whispered conversations and fleeting moments of solace with Sean, Jada's struggles become yet another testament to the personal toll of the constant drama that defines Salem. A town on the edge, the future of Salem hangs in the balance. By the end of this tumultuous day, the fallout from EJ's shooting has left Salem in a state of high suspense and uncertainty. Every action, every whispered conversation, and every tearful confession contributes to an atmosphere of palpable tension. The investigation into the shooting is far from over, and with suspects ranging from Kristen to possibly even members of the DiMera family themselves, the truth remains tantalizingly elusive. The emotional fallout is equally profound. Family bonds have been tested, loyalties are in flux, and the once stable dynamics of Salem now feel precarious. With characters like Chad, Kat, Johnny, and Polina all reacting in their own ways to the devastating news, the ripple effects of this tragedy promise to reshape the landscape of Days of Our Lives in the weeks to come. Moreover, the juxtaposition of personal loss with the broader investigation creates a narrative rich with conflict and emotional depth. The viewers are left wondering whether the truth about EJ's shooting will ever be fully revealed, or if the mystery will deepen, dragging Salem into an even darker chapter. In a town where every secret is a ticking time bomb, the stakes have never been higher. In conclusion, share your thoughts and predictions. Today's episode of Days of Our Lives on April 8th was a masterclass in dramatic storytelling, filled with shocking revelations, intense confrontations, and heart-wrenching moments that have left the entire town of Salem on edge. From Chad's desperate discovery of EJ bleeding on the floor to the fraught confrontations over personal betrayals and the growing mystery of who is responsible for the shooting, every moment was charged with emotion and suspense. We want to hear from you. What do you think will happen next? Will EJ survive his critical condition, or does his fate mark the end of an era in Salem? Who do you believe is truly responsible for the shooting, and how will the investigation ultimately unfold? And what about the tangled relationships? Can the fractured bonds between characters like Holly, Tate, and Doug ever be repaired? Share your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. Your insights fuel our passion and keep the conversation alive in the vibrant community of Days of Our Lives fans. Thank you for joining us at TV Days Drama Digest as we navigate every twist, every betrayal, and every heart-wrenching moment in the ever-dramatic world of Salem. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.